When you hit your 40s, 50s, or 60s like me, food isn't just about taste or losing weight anymore. It's about energy, strength, and staying healthy for the years ahead. That's why I keep certain foods stocked in my kitchen at all times. These are the staples that make it easier to eat well, get enough protein, and feel my best every day. So let me share with you today what I always keep on hand and why. You guys, after I hit my 60s, my view and my relationship with food has definitely changed. It was almost like there was this switch that went off in my brain, no kidding, that went off in my brain that totally changed the way that I related to food. In my earlier years and even into my 50s, it was all about eating to lose weight. And I realized that once I got into my menopausal years, that the weight was just, being stored on my body, and I'm fighting that and trying to diet to figure out how to lose the body fat. And it's always been that type of relationship where the focus was on losing weight, staying slim, seeing myself in the realm of not loving myself unless I had cellulite-free body, flat abs, etc. Okay, that's where it was. Again, even into my 50s, and maybe even more so in my 50s, because it had gotten a lot more difficult for me to maintain my weight because of the menopause. But once again, once I hit the 60s, I'm telling you guys, if you've not yet hit your 60s, that switch goes on. The KISS switch is what I call it. Keep it simple, seniors. It came on and it illuminated in my life, seriously, because I think the realization came into play that the greater of my years, all right, had already been lived. So I am determined that I am no longer going to spend the rest of my years chasing things that feel like a chase, that feel like a struggle, that feel like something, that I just cannot attain. And just at the end of the day, the question becomes, why am I doing that? It just started not making any sense to me anymore. And when I realized that that's where I was, and I realized that I was putting way too much focus on don't eat that, because if you eat that, then you're going to be this bad person, or all these bad things are going to happen to your body because of it. When my focus shifted from don't eat that to eat this, that's all you need to do is eat that. Then that fell into the KISS frame of mind that I'm in these days. Keep it simple, senior, versus the chaotic and frustrated and, oh my goodness gracious, what the heck am I doing as far as eating is concerned, and feeling bad about it. You guys, I don't feel bad about eating anymore. I may still have a couple rolls of fat on my belly, but I am okay with it, because as a matter of fact, because I have released that level of stress on my body, I think my body is starting to release some of that fat, what they're calling the cortisol, belly fat. My body is starting to release some of it because I'm not stressing out regarding things that I shouldn't stress out about anymore. So that is what the focus of this video is all about, you guys. Instead of saying, don't eat that, we're going to focus on eat this. So what I shop for and what I keep in my kitchen basically are three groups. I've got my protein, I've got my complex carbs, I've got my fruits and my vegetables. And you guys, if you want to call coffee its own food category, then we're going to include that too, because Deborah plus coffee makes for a happy me. Love coffee, which is the whole reason why I've got my little nut pods here. That's why I've got these out. So I typically use almond milk and the nut pods in order to keep down the fat content. Because I love coffee so much, before I used to put in the heavy whipping cream, and I think a tablespoon, teaspoon, whatever it is, okay, of heavy whipping cream has like 5 grams of fat. And who only puts 1 tablespoon, okay, of creamer in that coffee? I don't. So that's why I did a complete shift as far as that concerned. Almond milk and my little nut pods, okay? But the other 3 categories, protein. You guys, protein is structural. Okay, protein is in our muscles, it's in our bones, it's in our skin, it's in our tissues, it's in our organs, it's in our blood. Did not realize how important protein was for our bodies. Again, you can't do what you don't know. Okay, so if you are that person, like I was that person, don't beat yourself up. Can't do what you don't know. But now I know, so I'm making better decisions for me and this body. So protein, okay, just to give you some more information, protein is vital because it builds and repairs our body tissues like the muscles and the skin and the bones. So I just mentioned that. It acts as the building blocks for essential molecules. It plays a key role in functions like our metabolism, immune defense, and hormone production. Protein supports our muscle maintenance, tissue repair. It helps counteract muscle loss, sarcopenia. Our muscle decline starts in our 30s, you guys, and exponentially it goes up. The decline goes up at least as we continue to age. So that is why we really have to be mindful of making sure that we make protein. I do, at least. I call protein the leading actor on my plate. And then the other things I put on my plate are the supporting actors, okay? That's just an analogy that I came up with because, again, I didn't realize how important protein is for our diet. So that is the leading actor on my plate these days for the reasons that I mentioned. Also that metabolism, because protein takes more energy to break down in our body, okay? That means that it is producing more energy, therefore it is increasing our metabolism. Another thing with protein is that because it does in fact take longer to break down in our system, it keeps us satiated and feeling full a lot longer. So that's another reason why to make protein that leading actor on your plate. So there are basically 2 categories of protein. You've got your meat-based proteins, you got your plant-based proteins. You're gonna get more protein out of the meat-based proteins. It has a complete amino acids. But one thing that I will tell you is that the plant-based proteins does not have as much protein in it, but it's got something in it that the meat-based protein does not, and that being fiber. So the fiber helps to digest that food. So if you can get a combination of the 2 on your plate, you would be the better for it. Things such as your nuts, you guys. That's why I have the nuts here. Things such as your nuts and your seeds and your grains. Okay, those are your plant-based proteins, black-eyed peas, black beans, things such as that. And then for me, what I eat as far as the meat-based proteins, I keep it lean. So I've got the chicken breast, love chicken breast, okay? Chicken breast, I've got ground turkey, I've got salmon. Salmon is another one, okay, that I keep. I've got, of course, the fresh salmon that I keep in the freezer. I've also got some canned salmon too, you guys, okay, because I'm a busy person. So sometimes what I do is I take this and I flake it and I make some salmon patties. Absolutely phenomenal are those. Chicken breast, got that in the freezer, but I also love a chicken salad. So I also keep, the canned salad chicken breast in my cabinet. Sardines as well. I've got the sardines. I've also got, I don't have it in front of me. You've got to go to the grocery store. I also keep some mackerel in our cabinet as well, just to give you some examples of some lean meat and fish protein. 2 other proteins that I always keep on hand because they are convenient and they are so delicious, you guys. I've got my cottage cheese and I've got my Greek yogurt. This cottage cheese, once I realized just how good it is and how versatile it is, Again, I keep this on hand at all time. I can do wonders with cottage cheese. If you don't believe me, check out my playlist, with all the recipes that I have made with cottage cheese, both sweet as well as savory. Absolutely love, love, love this stuff. And then my Greek yogurt, you guys, if I am stretched for time or short on time, I can take this Greek yogurt and I can make very easily a minimum 27-gram protein meal in about 5 minutes by taking this Greek yogurt, putting in some ground up chia seed, protein powder, little sweetener of choice, and some berries right here. And I've got myself the most phenomenal grab and go breakfast, or of course, make ahead meal prep breakfast as well. So again, keep these on hand and you will be happy that you did. Before we move on to the second category, I forgot another key protein that I eat all the time as well. The eggs, you guys, the eggs. How could I forget the eggs? The eggs, absolutely love eggs. As a matter of fact, at work, I have an egg cooker. So I will put my little eggs in there, and I love boiled eggs, okay? I put my little eggs in there and I boil my eggs, so I always have them on hand. That also makes for a really quick, easy, healthy snack if you get hungry, okay? I love fried eggs as well. Love eggs. I have made eggs with cottage cheese to get that extra protein and just add to the creaminess of them. Eggs. Keep them in your fridge, you guys, is what I'm trying to say. All right, up next are my complex carbs, okay? These are important because it helps maintain your energy level and also your brain function. As compared to the simple carbs have a tendency to spike your blood sugar level, whereas the complex carbs do not. And some examples of the complex carbs are your sweet potatoes, your brown rice, your quinoa, your oats, whole wheat bread, chickpeas. Love chickpeas. Throughout the summer, I was all into my cucumber and chickpea salads. Absolutely delicious. So your chickpeas, okay, black eyed peas. So things such as that. Keep these things in your home. These are absolutely delicious, you guys. You don't have to get bored with food. Sometimes that's what people, get stuck on. Oh, the food is boring, stuff like that. No, it's not. It's how you look at it and how you cook it. You can do wonders with this. You can bake it. You can microwave it. You can slice it into pieces. You can put it in your soups, okay? You can do a stovetop and you can put some brown sweetener, some butter with it, put some thyme on it. You guys, these are absolutely amazing, okay? You can pair it with like a breakfast where you've got your either turkey and chicken sausage along with some kale and some eggs. Absolutely phenomenal. So do not forgo these things. Absolutely delicious are they. Now, I will tell you, I also have some simple carbs in my home. And the reason being because I have a husband and he's not as concerned about the spike in blood sugar as I am, okay, because he has like a torpedo metabolism, okay. But so I do keep, the white potatoes here because he enjoys them. I've got some jasmine rice here because he enjoys it and it's quick and easy for him as well. On occasion, I will have that. Okay, so just total transparency. On occasion, I will eat the white, rice. I will eat the white potatoes, but I know my body and I know the response my body has to those things. So I will limit those things as far as consumption is concerned and lean towards the complex carbs versus the simple carbs. Now for my fruits and my veggies. They are important for us because they're packed with vitamins, the nutrients, the fibers, and the antioxidants. Things such as the berries, blueberries, strawberries. I also have the frozen berries because they're just convenient and the shelf life is a lot longer. As you get older, okay, you're paying attention to that budget as well. So make sure I keep my the frozen fruits, okay, in that freezer as well. Again, because it's so convenient. And then other reasons why these fruits and the veggies are so important, especially as we age, because they help fight inflammation. Just in case you don't know, you guys, inflammation is our body's response to toxins, such as excess sugar and things that our bodies just don't know what to do with. Okay, so it goes into fight mode. So these things, such as fruits and veggies, help fight that inflammation. It reduces chronic disease, supports eye health, heart, and brain health. Now, I already showed you my berries. I also have some leafy greens here. Love my leafy greens, okay? I knew I grew up, and one of the things when growing up, you always associated your veggies, particularly leafy greens, with like lunch and your dinner. You guys, I eat my leafy greens for breakfast as well, okay? Egg and sausage and sauteed kale, absolutely phenomenal. You got to rethink, okay, food. You got to rethink the way that we eat food, okay? I absolutely love this. As a matter of fact, you guys, these two things came from our garden. All right. This is spinach and this is our lettuce. As a matter of fact, you want to go see my garden? Okay. Join me out in the garden for a few seconds. Okay. And then we will continue on with this video. All right. All right, you guys, here it is. And it is thriving. We've got lettuce and we've got greens and oh my gosh, what else we have? We have tomatoes and we've got peppers, some cabbage over here. There's some broccoli back there too. Look at all this. And of course our herbs. We are going to be eating so good this winter. Look at these chives. And then we've got this thyme here. You guys, smell that. Okay, see you back inside. All right, you guys. I know that garden is absolutely phenomenal. And I tell you, if you can either grow something at home, even if it's a container garden, and just throw a few things in there, or buy farm grown, if you can, you will definitely taste the difference. It's nothing like it. And I mean, look at this. We are so happy right about now. We had a spring, a summer garden, then it got too hot. And now, okay, it is the fall and you see what we have going on there. We got a greenhouse that will help, to keep the things warm at the temperature that it needs to be. So we definitely anticipate being able to eat good, okay, from our own garden for months to come. So you guys, there it is. The three categories, I'm going to say the four categories because I'm talking about my coffee being the fourth one, but the three categories of foods that I keep in my kitchen now that I am in my 60s. And I tell you, I feel phenomenal. I've got a lot of energy. Okay. I feel like my fat storage is going down because I'm focusing on eating whole foods. I don't think that I mentioned this yet in this video, you guys. Whole foods. Whole means one ingredient. Okay. So if it's chicken breast, okay, you look at the label, it's supposed to say chicken packed in water. And that's it. That's what you're supposed to eat. And I want to say this before I sign off. I think as a society, years ago, and those of you that are in my age bracket can definitely relate to this. I think as a society that we have corrupted our food for societal reasons. Back in the day, okay, when I was, just a little girl and my mom, was working outside of the house and stuff like that, I remember this thing called TV dinners becoming a staple in people's homes. And TV dinners, I think they were kind of like a prerequisite to microwave, foods and dinners and stuff like that, because you had these processed dinners that you would put in the oven and they were quick and easy and convenient. And it spoke to the generation of women that started working outside of the home. Okay. So that they can work outside of the home and then come back home and still be able to put food, okay, on the table for their families. And again, that's my opinion, but I truly believe that was the start of the processed foods and corrupting our food source, putting all those chemicals and man-made things in it that our bodies just don't know what to do with anymore. So we have to, again, have a mind shift and rethink, okay, the foods that we eat and what is in these foods. It's not complex the way a lot of the things out there, okay, make it sound like they are, which frustrates the heck out of us. What is it that we're supposed to eat versus what we are supposed to eat? We're supposed to eat for whole foods. If it's processed, we're not supposed to eat it. Just that simple. Whole foods, yes. Processed food, no. Okay, you guys. If it's got chemicals in it, no. Our bodies are not machines, all right? So keep it simple. Seniors is where it's got to be. And another thing, I'm also at this phase of my life too, okay, that it's got to be good. Everything that we eat, we thoroughly enjoy. And you can enjoy it because you're actually eating food the way it was intended to be eaten, without a whole bunch of chemicals and additives and all that garbage on it. So, if you think about whole foods and you think about keeping it simple the way that nature, okay, intended it to be, then you will thoroughly enjoy the foods that you eat. And if you need some suggestions of how to prepare your foods, you guys, I cook on this channel. I exercise as well. You already know, but I cook on this channel. Check out these recipes. All right. It's not complicated at all. I promise you. Just rethink your relationship with food and you will be A-okay. The last thing that I need to give honorable mention to before we sign off is water. Okay, keep yourselves hydrated because water is in all aspects of our body, okay? Our body needs water, so make sure that you consume this all throughout the day. It's very easy to lose track of the fact that we are not, in fact, getting enough water in our bodies. As a matter of fact, I think some studies have also shown too that as we age, our body doesn't realize, okay, that it actually needs water for whatever reason. Our bodies be doing some stuff as we get older, okay? Okay, things that we don't even realize, right? But anyway, I read someplace, okay, that as we get older, that our bodies don't realize, okay, that it is thirsty, that it needs water. So let's remind our bodies, okay, that it needs the water. Get yourselves one of these tumblers right here. Okay, this is, I think, it's 64 ounces. Fill it up, sip on it throughout the day. I've got one of these at work too. So I have one here, I have one at work, okay? So I'm always mindful of the fact that I've got to consume my water. I don't have a problem with drinking water as a lot of people do because of the flavor of it or lack thereof of flavor. But you guys, okay, this is very important in all seriousness, okay? If you need a reminder such as this, go out on Amazon, get yourself a tumbler. It's got even like little expressions throughout the day. It's like, good morning, let's get started. Remember your goal, keep it up, stuff like that, okay? So something to keep you motivated to drink your water. It's good for those joints, okay? So you guys, that is it. This is what I keep in my kitchen. In my 60s, and I tell you, my body is, I think I mentioned this before, I'm going to mention it again because I'm rambling, but my body is strong. I am healthy. I've got a lot of energy. My skin, look at my skin, you guys. Look at my skin, all right? This skin, there's no filter. This skin is glowing, all right? And I attribute that to having a strong, positive mindset, the foods that I eat, and consuming this water in my exercise. So for those of you out there that are even saying that you need, okay, to start exercising, even if it's a matter of walking or doing some Pilates, things such as that, check out my playlist, okay, and get started today. Or if you know somebody that's been saying all of these things, okay, give them a gentle nudge, all right? Hey, I saw this woman on YouTube. She's in her 60s. She is looking good, okay? She's got a positive mindset. I think you would benefit from what she's doing there on the channel. Share my videos, share my channel with them as well. And you guys, I appreciate it so much. Love you so much. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy what I'm sharing here, don't forget to give it a like, okay? And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and share my channel with those you think that will benefit from it. So you guys, I'm going to get on with this beautiful day, put this food away, and get myself a cup of coffee, put my feet up, and enjoy this day. Remember, it is a great day. You continue to make it your own kind of special. Love you guys, and I'll see you right here real soon. And thanks for joining us.